YouTube has this new feature where if a video is not spoken in your native language, the video is auto-dubbed to your native language. Right now, this is a feature that channels can opt in or out of, but one thing I don't like about this feature is if you are opted in, by default, your video is dubbed in whatever the non-English speaking viewer's native language is. And of course, this dubbing is done by AI, so of course the dubbing is not perfect. Like a month or two ago, I had a video pop up in my homepage. It was a pretty obscure video with only I think a few hundred views. It was someone's ASMR video, and the video was spoken in French, and the video was tagged as auto-dubbed. And I was interested to see what the feature was like, and I clicked on the video, and immediately I heard, "Hi, hi, hi, hi!" And I was like, what the fuck kind of ASMR is this? And I switched to the original language, and the person was whispering. So obviously the AI can't quite pick up yet on the volume in which someone is speaking. But imperfections aside, this might be a hot take, I don't know, but conceptually, I don't really mind this feature. Because what's the alternative? Get a dub team to dub the millions of videos that are uploaded onto this site on a daily basis alone? And also dub the literally billions of videos that have been uploaded onto this site in the last 20 years? I like the idea of my videos being more accessible for non-English speakers. And vice versa, I can watch videos that are spoken in a different language and have at least a decent understanding of what is being said. And I know the retort, use closed captioning, but there's a reason why dub versus sub has been the topic of spicy debate for decades at this point. I personally don't mind subtitles. Hell, I'm binging Squid Game currently, a show that is originally spoken in Korean, and I think the English dub is awful, and so I opt to just read the English subtitles, but I know that's not practical for everyone else. There are those that feel subtitles would distract them away from what is going on the screen. After all, they are watching visual media, not reading a book. And there are also people with vision impairment disabilities where a dub is just far more practical. You see, in most instances, I hate AI, but I also don't want my hatred for it to be predicated on a knee-jerk reaction to anything that may involve it. When it comes to tasks that are literally impossible for humans to do, like dubbing videos for a website that has millions of videos uploaded onto it on a daily basis, or allowing more accessibility in life for certain people, in those very specific instances, I don't mind AI. I think the real problem is how this technology has been adopted by much of society, namely corporations. A lot of jobs are being automated away to machines that won't demand a paycheck, won't demand health benefits, won't raise a stink about their work environment or working conditions, and the real people who previously worked these jobs are left on their asses unemployed in the name of cutting costs and better efficiency. And who knows how much luck they'll have getting another job, because more and more of the job sector is getting automated away, and the specific field they may be proficient in may be one that is getting automated away more and more. It's capitalism and corporate greed that ultimately makes this technology unethical within the context of the society we live in. The fucks at the top of these corporations merely view their workers, who are the ones who are really responsible for how successful said corporation is, as disposable grunts that will happily eliminate if that means making even bigger of a profit. What I also want to talk about is something that ties back into what I was talking about in my previous video about capitalism stifling creativity and reducing art down into a commodity to be bought and sold and not a form of human expression. Generative AI, I think frankly, should be abolished, as not only does it serve as a dangerous tool to spread misinformation and deepfakes, but it also undermines human creativity, and the tech companies who are huge pushers of this technology, like Google with their VO bullshit, have executives that don't have a creative bone in their bodies and only view art and entertainment as lucrative endeavors that don't have any inherent value beyond that, and want their companies to be the providers of this new, shiny technology that supposedly unlocks new potential for creativity and expression, when in reality you're just inputting some prompts and letting the software do most of the work for you. It's corporations trying to set a new standard for art and creativity by marketing their AI bullshit technology as this new wondrous advancement for art, when in reality they're bastardizing what art is in the name of capitalizing off of a field that previously allowed for genuine human expression. And these corporations are using AI to set a worse standard for many facets of our lives. Like, for example, why look up and learn new information on your own accord when you could just ask ChatGPT to spoon-feed you that information, or even worse, Grok. And let software like that be your source of information and do critical thinking for you, and be what you base your decisions off of. A scary amount of people are seemingly okay with turning off their brains and letting AI do the thinking for them, and letting tech corporations set the narrative and feed them information. And that's why so long as we have these corporations weaponizing this technology to snuff out labor and perverse many aspects of our society, and make people even more dependent on their screens than they already were, it's hard to be a proponent for this technology. It absolutely can be ethical, but until harsh restrictions and regulations are imposed, which, who fucking knows if that'll ever happen, it's a dangerous tool that multi-billion-dollar corporations are running rampant with, harming society with, and is being used as yet another means to fuck workers over with. I'm sorry to any big proponents of AI who may be watching this, but so long as this remains the case, I struggle to view the technology as a complete net positive for society. But hey, I'll still throw a bone every now and then if I do see instances where the technology is being used for good, as few and far between as those instances are. Anyway, that's all I have to say. Bye-bye.